You're probably wondering what we're doing this week with our lemon and our sugar, and you probably got a nice little cup that's like a lower spill cup, but that we're gonna use. I'm gonna use a clear glass. You don't have to. You do need a knife and something to cut on. I'm just using a paper plate. That's fine.
Or you could
And a
use
spoon.
a mini cutting board.
Or a little cutting board. Yep, that's right. Okay, so first, what you're gonna do is you're gonna talk about the lemon. And you're gonna talk about what it feels like and things like that. And you're gonna let your child explore. But then we're going to cut it open. Now, if your child's older, you can teach them how to cut it. Otherwise, you can just cut it for them. So we're gonna pretend like Hannah is little. So now Hannah, can you touch the inside of the lemon? And what does it taste like?
Sour, gross.
Ooh, it is sour. It is sour. Now, I used to have a lemon juicer, but I couldn't find it. So I'm gonna teach her how to squeeze the juice into the jar.
And I actually know how to because I did this a bunch at my grandparents' house with an orange. But yeah, it's hard.
And you can squeeze it into something clear so you can see it, or you can squeeze it directly into their cup. See, and she is just squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Squeeze, turn, and push if you were using the juicer. I don't have a juicer, but you're doing a great job squeezing that. Yeah, here, and I'll squeeze this one. Yeah. Maybe we should add a little water to it too, huh?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be much to drink with just one lemon. So I'm going to give her my cup to go get water. Okay, I'll squeeze the next lemon while you get some water. Okay. All right, I'll squeeze the next lemon. You run and get us some water. Here you go. Fill this up with water, please.
Okay.
Okay. So we're just going to make sure that we get it all out. And then I'm going to do both lemons. Now you can then just fish out the seeds afterwards, or if you have a strainer, you can use a strainer, or just make sure you don't swallow them. The seeds are pretty big, so you can kind of just pull all the seeds out before we go to drink it. Now we're gonna add a little water to it. Just a little bit, just to make it a little bit more than this.
And when you're done doing this, you could take the lemon seeds and plant them in your backyard to make a lemon tree.
You could. Okay, so you want to pour a little water in there?
All of it.
Sure, you can pour all the water in there. Okay, now, Hannah, why don't you stir it up. You want to stir, right? Now, taste the water. Okay, now taste the water mixture with just the lemon in it.
Tastes like lemonade without sugar.
Yeah, it's still pretty, yep. Now this is sugar, so Hannah, your spoon's all wet, so I'm gonna pour a little onto here for you to taste first. Taste just the sugar. What does sugar taste like?
Tastes like
Is it?
sweet,
It's sweet.
but
Okay.
not sour.
Okay, so what do you think it's gonna do if we put it in here?
After we put this in here,
Okay, now stir it up.
It'll taste like a lemonade.
Okay, now taste it.
I still see white.
Okay, just stir it. Now taste it. Taste it and tell us if it's too sweet or is it too sour.
I saw.
Should it be sweeter or more sour?
I didn't really taste the sweet.
So we need a little more sugar to make it a little sweeter.
Yeah.
How about that? Now stir it. Now taste it. It's okay.
This is a bunch.
That's okay. How's that?
Just fine.
That's good. Okay, so then why don't we pour it into our cup so that we can drink it and we can enjoy it. Go ahead, you can drink that. And then while she's doing that, then I'm going to ask her, tell me what your recipe is for lemonade.
Lemons, sugar, water.
And what do you do with them?
First, pour the lemons in, then get the seeds out, then put the water in, then stir, then do the sugar, then stir, then taste it if it is too sour or too sweet or just right. Then if it is...
Okay, hold on. You're going way too fast. 1, put lemons in. 2, take seeds out. 3,
Add water.
add water. 4,
Mix.
Then what?
Step 5 is to add the sugar.
Okay.
Then mix.
Uh-huh.
And after step 5, step 6 is to taste it. If it is too sour or too sweet, and if it is just right, then you can put it in your cup. And if it is too sour, then add more sugar.
Okay, so the fun thing here is then you can keep this and then you have their recipe that they created. And I promise if there are only 2 or 3, it's gonna be a lot cuter of a recipe than that. Although that one was pretty good. But remember, we're learning things. So what's our kid learning here? They are learning that lemonade doesn't just come from a mix. It comes from real lemons and from sugar. And so it's like where their food comes from. It's an emotional, making something social emotional by making something of value, build self-esteem, motor, squeezing, turning, as well as that whole scientific method. You can probably think about all that. And we're focusing on the senses. So we're talking about like tasting things that are sour, tasting things that are sweet. It's also interesting, you can look at the handouts to kind of reflect on your own and your child's preferences for things that are sweet or things that are sour, or sometimes people like savory things or salty things. So those are all kinds of fun things to play with and to talk about.
Lemonade, the powder, then just to put the powder inside a cup.
Then follow those instructions. Yes.
Then add some water, then just
yes.
shake it, then ready.
Yep, and then just make sure you clean up afterwards. So this was the fun of lemonade.